You are live.
Okay, great. Good morning. Bringing the September 25th, 2025 Coastal Permit Administrator hearing to order. It is 10 a.m. And clerk, do we have a determination of legal notice?
All items on the agenda have been properly noticed.
Okay, great. Moving to agenda item 3, our regular calendar, we have one project on our agenda today, case CDP 2023-0009 for owner applicant James Antonese D'Alba. And our staff planner is Liam Crowley. May I have your presentation?
Yes, thank you. This is Liam with Planning and Building. So the applicant for this project originally requested a coastal development permit for the construction of a new single-family residence and the conversion of an existing cabin to an accessory dwelling unit. The Coastal Permit Administrator held public hearings to consider the original request in March and May of 2024. However, California Coastal Commission staff expressed several concerns regarding the original request in a letter from March 15th, 2024, and that's attachment KK in the hearing packet. The concerns involved environmentally sensitive habitat areas, also known as ESHA, regulatory takings, project alternatives, mitigation measures, California Environmental Quality Act compliance, and non-conforming structures. So the Coastal Permit Administrator continued the hearing to a date uncertain, and the applicant has since revised their application to address Coastal Commission staff's concerns. The revised application reduces the scope of the request to instead remodel the existing cabin by enlarging bedrooms, adding a second floor, attached garage, decks, roof-mounted solar panels, a new water storage tank, an outdoor kitchen area, and a gravel hammerhead turnaround in accordance with CAL FIRE standards. The new single-family residence is no longer proposed. As explained in the staff report, the property is entirely within ESHA or ESHA buffers, whereas the previously proposed development would have resulted in a little over 3,000 square feet of direct impacts to ESHA. The revised project would have no direct impact on ESHA because the addition and other structures would be located outside the literal extent of ESHA. However, the revised development would result in approximately 1,300 square feet of development within ESHA buffers and a little over 2,100 square feet of temporary impact to Pacific Reedgrass Meadow and Bishop Pine Forest through the installation of leach fields. Within prior reports, staff had concluded that denial of the original proposal would result in a regulatory taking and recommended approval of the original proposal to avoid a taking. However, the letter from the Coastal Commission staff made clear that feasible alternatives were available that would avoid a taking while also reducing inconsistencies with the local coastal program. Subsequently, the applicant submitted an alternatives analysis. However, that alternatives analysis discarded the recommended alternatives from the Coastal Commission staff's letter, and in staff's opinion, did not adequately explain why the alternatives recommended by the Commission were determined to be infeasible. And as such, staff conducted a revised takings analysis and alternatives analysis using the alternatives recommended by the Coastal Commission staff to determine the least damaging alternative that would simultaneously avoid a regulatory taking. And this resulted in the revised application. Several conditions of approval have been modified or added to address the Commission's concerns regarding mitigation measures, including a requirement that a deed restriction be recorded limiting future use of the property, pre-construction biological surveys and avoidance of wildlife breeding seasons, removal of invasive plants, natural recruitment of Bishop Pine seedlings, annual reporting, installation of low symbolic fencing near ESHAs, and prohibiting the use of rodenticide on the property. And staff now concludes that the revised proposal is the feasible alternative that would simultaneously be the least environmentally damaging while avoiding a taking. And staff's response to the Coastal Commission's CEQA concern and the comments regarding non-conforming structures is included in the environmental determination and zoning sections of the staff report, respectively. So with that, staff is recommending that the Coastal Permit Administrator adopt the mitigated negative declaration and approve the project in accordance with the findings and conditions of approval in the staff report. That's all. Thanks.
Thank you for your presentation. And looking online, do we have representatives of the application that wish to speak on this item? And you can indicate so by using the raise hand. This is the opportunity for the applicant or agent to provide any comments or discussion of any conditions. Okay, I see we have Kelly Grimes. Please just unmute yourself and state your name for the record.
Good morning, Kelly Grimes. I'm the architect on the project, and it's been a long slog to get to this point. And I just wanted to appreciate Liam for sticking with it and coming up with some creative solutions and getting us this far. So thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you for your comments. And I see we also have Jim and Denise D'Alba that were brought over. And please just unmute yourself if you wish to provide any comments and state your name for the record.
Hi, Denise and Jim D'Alba. We just wanted to thank Mendocino County Planning for their time, particularly Liam. We're just really appreciative to have actually gotten to this point after all this time. So thank you for everything.
Great. Thank you. Thank you for being here today. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and open the public hearing and look to see if we have any members of the public that wish to speak on this item. And seeing that we have no members of the public in the room and no members of the public on Zoom, I will go ahead and close the public hearing and bring it back to the Coastal Permit Administrator. So thank you to staff for the detailed staff report. It sounds like this project has gone through a number of revisions, and I'm glad to see that a workable solution was able to be identified to address the concerns from the Commission as well, and still provide the applicants with the opportunity to conduct some improvements on their property. And with that, I'm going to adopt the mitigated negative declaration and approve the project subject to the findings and conditions contained within the staff report. And so for the applicants online, this action, there's 2 different appeal periods associated with action by the Coastal Permit Administrator. The first is 10 calendar days with the local Board of Supervisors, and the second is 10 business days with the California Coastal Commission. So usually about 30 days from today, you'll have an effective permit if no appeal is filed, and be able to make use of that and apply for permits, building permits. So, okay, thank you. And moving on to item 4 on our agenda, are there any matters from staff?
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, and then item number 5, matters from the public. The Coastal Permit Administrator welcomes participation in meetings. This item is limited to matters under the jurisdiction of the Coastal Permit Administrator, which are not on the posted agenda, and items which have not already been considered by the Coastal Permit Administrator. No action will be taken. If we have any members of the public who wish to speak under public expression, please do so with the raise hand feature. And seeing no hands raised, then I will adjourn the meeting at 10:08 a.m.